The following review has been approved by the Best of Classic Game Room. Banished from Earth Classic Game Room broadcasts from the Intergalactic Space Arcade on its never-ending mission to review everything. Welcome to Classic Game Room. If you can put up with a few loading screens, I've got one of the best SNK fighters out there. This is the King of Fighters 98 on Neo Geo CD with compact disc technology. I'm still waiting for Neo Geo vinyl. Not sure how they're going to make that work, but it will be interesting. Prepare to battle with 38 of your favorite fighters in the King of Fighters 98 on Neo Geo CD. Widely regarded as one of the best Neo Geo fighting games out there. To be honest, they all kind of blend together after a while, but this one does feel great. If you can find something positive, productive, or fun to do during the loading screens, it's like you're playing this on the big Neo Geo, the MVS. It looks great, it sounds great, it plays well, it's the King of Fighters 98. The backgrounds are gorgeous, the music is fantastic, and there's a hell of a lot of characters to choose from. What's not to love if you enjoy fighting games? It's really one of the better ones out there. And while I'm not very good at it, I can't remember any of the character moves ever. I do like this one a lot. You can obviously play single player against the computer, which is what I'm doing here, or invite a friend over and play old-fashioned multiplayer in the room together. The Neo Geo CD doesn't plug into the internet, but it does deliver that big Neo Geo fun for a fraction of the price. Even though the King of Fighters 98 is available on other game systems by now, like the PlayStation 2. But this is real SNK hardware, and you can use real SNK joysticks. The only drawback here, the only thing wrong with this, is the loading screens. The Neo Geo CD is notorious for slow loading times, and while this is not one of the worst offenders, if you're in a hurry, you're not going to like it, because every time a character changes on screen, you're going to sit through a loading screen. But it may be worth it if you have a nice Neo Geo or SNK joystick you want to use, because you can plug any of that stuff into the front of the Neo Geo CD. I should also mention it's region free, which is nice. I love the backgrounds in this game. They're vibrant, colorful, and full of motion. There's a couple different modes of gameplay. You've got team battle, single player battle, there's a training mode, and even an art gallery. But the reason you're going to want to get this, the reason to own the King of Fighters 98 is that it's a good fighting game with high production values, solid controls, great music, good backgrounds, and a lot of characters. But let's sit through a real-time loading screen as it just changes characters. Yeah, it's not broken, it just takes forever. Over time you do get used to it, and maybe the game is worth it. I mean, it's a great game. If only I could ever remember any of the damn moves. I can usually set people on fire, and that jumping elbow thing she does is handy, but beyond that, I'm not very good. I tend to go with the older characters like Robert, Andy, Mai, and Terry, the ones I've been playing for years. Good music, I love the chunky 90s Neo Geo graphics. And before the series got too polished and even more complicated, this may be the pinnacle of just the old school 2D fighting game. That was a quick peek at the training mode, trying to learn some new characters, and I've got a Classic Game Room shout out. And thank you to send all the way to Daniel and Axel from Cologne, Germany. Thank you, Daniel and Axel from Germany. There's two modes there. You've got the EX and the ADV, and I can never remember those moves to pull them off, but regardless, I still enjoy the game, single player, two player, and I personally like the Neo Geo CD, even with the loading screens. It's kind of like the Sega Genesis. It looks cool, it outputs great video and sound, and I like the controllers. And you've also got flexibility with the Neo Geo MVS controllers. So thanks again, Daniel and Axel, who sent a few other Neo Geo CD games like Samurai Showdown 3, which you'll see on the show. It's the King of Fighters 98! 98 more reasons to enjoy games on your Neo Geo.